there is one stock that is about to break out. In my opinion, it is a pharmaceutical stock, and the market is rebounding after Trump's tiff with China about rare earths. Trump now tweeted everything's okay, nothing to worry about. The market's rebounded up to levels from mid-September. We were down as low as early September. As we move into the middle of this week, and when you see this video, this pharma stock MLYS is poised to break out. Let's look into why this stock is at this level and looking attractive, and also what the market risk is after that horrific 10% move down in many big stocks and 3-4% move down in the market on Friday. If you were in crypto, good luck in your recovery. If you were in stocks, be grateful you weren't in crypto. This is not financial advice.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
Now, here's the move down on Friday, and here's futures just opened as of the time it's recording this video. You can see the time right up here on Eastern time, and yeah, we regained almost half of that drop, so pretty significant. We can look at it on an intraday basis, although it's not really necessary to do so, but it does sort of show that significant gap into futures. And of course, that is mirrored in the NASDAQ, mirrored in the Russell small cap futures, mirrored in Ethereum as well. If we look at Ethereum futures, not ETH, and Bitcoin, kind of getting there, not really. It sort of just keeps going down. So do I expected this to go back up some? I think most people would say, yeah. I mean, IBIT went from 70 to 65, and of course, Bitcoin futures looks like this on the daily. Little gap up, into open and then selling off. So certainly looking at this, Bitcoin doesn't look great compared to, say, even Ethereum, and definitely compared to the market as well. I mean, this is a massive gap up on Ethereum and on the futures right here. So we'll see what happens here, but this is the stock that looks good, and it's not often you see such a clean pivot line, a clean looking flag, and we're not all about technical analysis here, but it certainly is a good sign when you see something like that breaking out, and when you see the market going down so significantly on Friday. It's that green bar I'm highlighting. Meanwhile, MLYS actually went up. I can't highlight it, but it's that one right there, went up 5%. So that's serious relative strength. And of course, with all these big companies moving down, which pretty much compose the market, NVIDIA, Palantir, it's healthy to look at companies that are holding up. Now, what is this stock? Well, I couldn't tell you exactly, if I'm being honest, because I'm not a biotech analyst, but this is what I know, okay? They are basically in this industry, okay? Cardiovascular, renal, I think that's eyes, metabolic, that's like, appetite. That's about as deep as I can really honestly get into this. Now we can look at some of these other tickers. BKTX has been the subject of, look at this chart. This thing has been hanging around for a while. This is pretty gnarly. It's not really something I shorted it up here. It's not something I want to buy. This is the risk with biotechs, and this is kind of what needs to be highlighted after what happened on Friday. I know we're gapping up here, but this is kind of an important moment in time to say, hey, even if you weren't in crypto, even if you weren't in, even the major coins, Solana, XRP, pretty rough moves down. BMNR an Ethereum treasury, of course, moving down some as well with crypto. But these moves are recoverable, right? What is this? 7% maybe, 10%. Of course, if you're in these leveraged altcoins, those are the people that got wiped out. They lost 60% or more in a day. But the great thing about trading ETFs is that they're not even listed. So those altcoins are not listed as ETFs. There's only ETFs for Bitcoin itself, Ethereum, and then those sort of other majors, Solana, XRP, being the ones that I look at. I'm not a crypto person, okay? But biotech ETFs also coming down a little bit. So it makes you wonder. I mean, home builder ETFs as well coming down. Now, with everything gapping up, including crude oil, you have to think, where is the strength? And you have to look at Friday, in my opinion. So is MLYS going to break out? I can't say that definitively. There's a lot of other pharma companies that, also have to show some strength, in my opinion. If this is the industry that we're exactly talking about, then we expect, some type of move up in those stocks. Generally, they move up. ARDX does not look like it's at all interesting. KDNY does not even look like it's listed right now. AKRO certainly sounds familiar. That one does look strong recently. So it's kind of a mixed bag, and all I can really say is if quantum is any indication, QBTS, QUBT, RGTI, IONQ, these stocks all moved up together. Yes, recently they pulled back, but if that's an indication of stocks moving together, then I have to think MLYS is going to move along with some of these other stocks. VKTX, ARDX being the one that's a little bit worrisome, and I guess AKRO being the one that is closest to being like the second in command in terms of volume, which is a lot. 20 million times 50, that's whatever, $1 billion. So that's kind of the closest comparable. This is a tiny stock, really. I mean, 40 million, but it also has incredible range. And this I wanted to talk about too. This is insane. They actually announced an offering for 175 million at 4 p.m. on this day, September 2nd. So here's the offering with some big names, and also a name that is associated with like startups. So these are reputable though up here, and yeah, 250 million is pretty crazy. Offering was pretty close to the current price, but definitely a big move after that. So with a move like this, you expect some type of phase news. That wasn't the case here. So this is kind of a technical idea. And are there risk factors? Sure. There's, of course, what we just looked at with VKTX. So if we look at August 19th and we jump into, if this was the news that made MLYS go up on September 2nd, that offering, 175 million. There are also things to be aware of. If we look at VKTX and we look at August 19th, this is what can happen, okay? Disappointing obesity pill trial data. So you have to kind of be careful with these biotech stocks. I mean, you can look at PDUFA dates for MLYS, but honestly, it gets to be pretty hectic keeping all these dates in mind, getting a list of all the trial dates for every biotech company or every company you may be holding. So you can dig, but at the end of the day, you kind of just have to keep in mind there could be trial data that causes a drop of 40%. And in HIMSS, we saw, this wasn't even trial data, this was just a partnership with Novo Nordisk gone sour, where Novo Nordisk said, hey guys, yeah, we're going to market our Wegovy drug, but turns out we don't like how you're marketing it really, and we're going to have to sort of reconsider that partnership. Since then, of course, HIMSS has shown incredible strength. The CEO came out with a statement saying, look, we're trying to bring a drug to the people. Did sell off on earnings, but still incredible strength. So I'm not saying to swear off biotechs. I'm just giving you caveat after caveat as to why, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm an expert, but also I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is a perfect technical setup and nothing can go wrong. So that's kind of all the information at a 10,000 foot view that I think is useful. If you're going to really search for all these dates for every company you might get interested in, you're probably going to get a little embroiled in the details, and you're going to find yourself having trouble picking good breakout technical setups, and you're going to start sort of falling in love with these companies, which it's helpful to know that they're basically in phase 2 and they're waiting for results from phase 2. So first quarter 2026 is good. There's no precise PDUFA date, so there's nothing to really be worried about that is known. But of course, at any point, there could be some type of collaboration chaos, like what happened with HIMSS here, or there could be some sort of partial trial data. This was actually the trial, but some sort of pre-phase 2 results that come out that make this less appealing. And by that I mean could give back, some amount. So I'm really hedging my bets here, saying this is a good buy, after I just said it was the stock to buy, but I'm just trying to lay it all out there in terms of what investing in a biotech entails. Typically a move like this, you'd expect this on some type of phase 3 result. So I don't know why there's 10 million of volume, but all you can say is, well, the stock was so illiquid before, it was trading $10 million a day. It raising 250 million when it only trades 10 million a day is a lot of money. So it could be the case, I buy it, that the reason it doubled and more is from raising that much money, which is a huge deal for pharma companies, which typically go big or go bust, right? So that's the idea. That's a little bit about the current market context, which of course is gone from extremely scary to actually things are going to be fine, it seems like. So if you like these videos, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you want ideas that are very timely, head over to stockscommunity.com. You can try it out for $25. Hop in the Discord for 7 days. See if it's for you. I will see you in the next one.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.